Hey guys, Andy here. I know that that big kitchen light is on. Yeah, I just turned it on because it has more light in here. Grandma never used this light, so I'm just using it for like a backdrop. Plus, because later on I do the dishes later today. So New Year's Eve is almost here. I can't believe it. I joked to a few of my friends at work, say, "See, I'll see you guys next year," and they laugh their asses off. And yeah, perfect winter weather out there. Windy, cloudy, and wet. If you guys can see it on screen. Yeah, I got some things to do today. I might do them in the afternoon. I gotta call the funeral home, and I gotta call my cousin. You hear that? Wind. Thank fuck I ain't going out there, that's for damn sure. So anyway, this year's almost out, and this New Year's Eve will be 3 weeks since Grandma died. Well, at least I'm being proactive with this, because for one, I'm almost done with the preparations for Grandma's funeral. All I gotta do is give them the information that they need, the social security number and the name of the life insurance company that the Grandma used. Because her life insurance policy, it'll be, well, I guess a portion of that will be used to pay for Grandma's funeral. And get this, it's only $3,000 up front. Yeah, $3,000. That's cheap compared to a standard funeral, which is like 10 to 15 grand. Yeah, Grandma, she wanted to be cremated. So did Mom, so did my grandfather, so did my uncle. All three cremated. And before I know it, the transfer of the urns would be from like Georgia to Illinois. Yesterday I spoke to my dad. It was very brief because I had to get back to work. He was wondering how things were going. I told him everything's going just fine. I'm glad he didn't pressure me, and that's for sure. God, this wind. Shit. So anyway. Let's see, right. So, oh god, screw it. Anyway, Dad's gonna discuss plans with me. I don't know what the plans are. At this point, I'm scared here. I'm scared of what he'll do. And from what I've read, he can't sell his house. He can't sell it because, for one, it's not in his name. Yeah, thanks, Dad. Thanks for pointing that out. It's in my grandparents' name. If he sells that, fraud charge. Because I read about this. Because if a person sells a house without and that isn't in their name, fraud charge. And according to Cindy, my cousin Gary's wife. My dad has his own property his whole life. He leased apartments. That was it. And to be honest, my dad's throwing cautions of the wind here. Yeah, he's throwing cautions of the wind. So yeah, I'm afraid of him. I'm afraid. And I know what you're thinking. Why? Because Dad is motivated by one thing: money. He'll steal from me. I know. I don't want no drama between me and him. I know it's my dad. I love him I love him to pieces. I respect him. I'm sure he loves me though. I'm sure he respects me at some capacity. But still, I handle things on my own here. All right. Hold on. Yeah, with the right advice, with the right help, I'm getting things done. And after the first of the after the New Year's out, I'll still become my cousin anyway. My cousin Cliff. His wife is an attorney, so that's a good thing. Because I'll be enlisting her services pretty soon here. Yeah, I won't expect to do anything about my grandma's estate until after the first of the year is out. So yeah, I have time on my side here. I have time. And I think if Dad calls today, which you will, I'll say, Dad, if you want to come down here, don't. And I'll give him the reason. Until things get settled, he's not coming down here. That's for sure. And one of you guys wrote me that any legal documents tucked away, because Dad he can't have his hands on any of it, like original copy or copies of them. So, yeah, originally. And for those who don't know, Dad was supposed to come down here before Christmas. He knew I wasn't going to go with him. He knew for a fact. His plans were to come down here, spend some time with me, go back to Connecticut for Christmas, come back down here with my stepmom, it'll take a month to get everything sorted out and packed away and sell the house. Oh, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom quick. Oh, man. I gotta go to the bathroom. Not the Christmas card down. Sorry guys, my stomach was, I had an upset stomach. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. Yeah, it took like a month to get all the stuff out. And Dad was some Catholic charities. I don't agree with his plans here. I didn't agree with it. I didn't. You know that? Well, my plans are, well, one, I'm getting things sorted out. With Grandma's funeral, I'm almost done with that. And secondly, my grandma's estate. Grandma left everything to me in her estate. And according to inheritance laws, only blood relatives, that's me, is entitled to any potential inheritances. And Dad, he's an ex-son-in-law. For me, it was absolutely on my life. I don't know why he's I don't know why he's doing this now. Yeah, where was he when Grandma died? Nowhere. Where's he when Craig died? Nowhere. And he got mad at me for not telling him first. It's not about him, that's for sure. Where was he when Grandpa died? Nowhere. Even though he did come down here when like a week or so after Mom died, that was about it. And where was he when she died? Nowhere. I grieved for all four of my family members, my grandparents, my mom, and my uncle. I grieved for them. I mourned for their passing. I was a good son and grandson and nephew too. Because I cared about I cared about my family. I cared about my mom, my grandparents, and my uncle. I don't know why Dad's doing this now. It's a good thing I got. But for those who don't know, I got a visit from the Georgia Department of Human Services, Adult Protective Services Division. I looked him up. I know this is going to be a drawn out vlog here, but it's got to come out. So, anyway, I read online about the Georgia Department of Human Services, Adult Protective Services Division. They deal with emotional abuse, mental abuse. Well, yeah, mostly that. Also, I think they do cases on financial exploitation here. This is what Dad's doing to me. Yeah, you know why I get upset with him on the phone and yelling at him? Because he's doing this to me. Because he's mentally abusing me, man. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my dad. I love him. I respect him. I'm sure he loved me. I'm sure he loved me somewhere. And he wants to take control of Grandma's estate. Now, as far as I can recall, he's not the executor. It's like a person who's in charge of a deceased person's estate after they're gone. I might get a court appointed executor here. I'll work with him or her. And once Trish is on board here, I'll get that started. But for now, I'm gonna do two things today: call my cousin, and give the funeral home a call. Right now it's almost 8:30. Right now it's about 25 after 8. So I'll do that I'll do that like late morning, early afternoon. I'll call the funeral home first, and then later on I'll call my cousin. And if Dad wants to ask, I'll tell him very little here, because he doesn't need to know everything about this. Any finances, any estate information, that's not his business. That's my business and my business only. Plus the probate girls can get involved too. It's a good thing my grandma, she had a copy of a change of beneficiary request form from her life insurance company. So that's a good thing too, because her social security number's on there, and plus I got the name of the life insurance company. So yeah, and plus information regarding her estate, the estate case number, and the probate clerk's name. So that's great. You see, Grandma was excellent in record keeping. She worked at Kennelstone Hospital and Peninsula Financial Services and a Cali MC. So yeah, I'm getting things done, even though Dad doesn't know it. I'll tell him very little here, I'll tell him very little or nothing at all. Because as I said, he doesn't need to know about this. Grandma told me this when she was alive. It's not Dad's business. And Dad's still pissing me for Grandma excluding him. He's still pissed at me for that. Getting pissed at me doesn't solve anything. It doesn't change the fact that I'm taking care of things here. And that's, as I said, he's crossing the wind here. Doesn't know what he's getting into. He'll get himself into legal trouble if he sells the house. It's not in his name. I told this at work, and friends of mine said, "You're right. He can't do that." Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he can't do that. Legally speaking, he can't do anything. That's what my internet told me. That legally, unless I permit him to, he can't do anything about this. But he doesn't want to follow the law. Yeah, I'm afraid of him. I have every right to be afraid of him. You know that? It's a good thing we got the Georgia Department of Human Services on my side here. I'm not gonna report my dad to them, because they'll say, "Oh, why did you report me?" Yeah. Instead, "Oh, I'm your dad." That's just an excuse to say, "Do as I say or else." Yeah, I'm a grown man here. I know it's a lot of responsibility from me, but I'm taking it step by step, day by day, little by little here. That's what I need. That's why. That's what I'm doing. I don't care what Dad says to me. I don't care. He ain't here. Thank God for that, though. He didn't know. He didn't know I was coming with him to Connecticut. He knew I wasn't coming. He knew for a fact. Right. Anyway, I know this is a long vlog, and come New Year's Eve, I might order a pizza from Papa John's, and spend New Year's Eve and New Year's Day alone, just like with Christmas Eve and Christmas Day alone. Cause I don't mind that. I don't need Dad down here. I don't need no one here. I don't want to shut no one out though, but I gotta be here alone. And once I get the death certificates at the first opportunity, I'll be going to the bank and presenting them with the physical copy of the death certificate, so I can have access to Grandma's account, so I can pay bills, pay the mortgage off. And once I get the house, I'll be calling Trish again as soon as I get the estate settled anyway. A friend of mine told me that if I rent out the house, I can do like a weekly lease, not monthly, because if I do it monthly, it's more of a legal headache for me because I go to court and the victim, yada yada yada. But weekly, it's easier, because if it's weekly, it's more easier. I give them a chance to pay up, or they're out of here. And also, I'm not plus I want to go to court or anything. And I think a friend of mine, his name's Stuart, and his niece, they might pay for 2 rooms. My uncle's room, I know it's a den, but it's I can convert that into a room, and his niece can take my grandma's room. And I think today he'll be coming over. He's gonna call me after he gets off of work. He works at a greenhouse, so I guess like an hour each day. After he gets off of work, he can come over, hang out with me for a little bit, sort things out and whatnot. And he can help me clean my grandma's room. That sort of thing. He's a great guy, by the way, too. And if he did rent from me, he can pay $250 a week. And plus, if his niece comes to stay, she can pay $250 as well too. That's $500 a week, and that's $2,000 a month in rent money. I could put that in a separate account. And I think I can transfer on the mortgage from my grandma's main account to a separate account, so I can use that to I can use grandma's main account to pay bills and get groceries, or maybe I can just use my own money until her estate gets settled. You know that. So I'm planning ahead here, and with that separate account, I can pay the mortgage, and whatever's left, I can transfer it from that account to my grandma's main account, so I can pay bills, that sort of thing. And plus, in my grandma's phone deactivated, but I might keep it. I might keep it activated for another few months, so I can use it to pay bills, and then I'll have it deactivated. So anyway, I'm gonna go. It's about a minute past 8 right now. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.